Hey everyone, it's Papa Hector here. If you like the channel, please click subscribe, and if you like the video, click like. So, in response to a recent video, I had a subscriber ask me a really great question, and I just would like to respond to her. So she asked me basically, how do I end up helping the person who's penniless, who doesn't have anything? Okay, so like my grandmother used to say, everything costs. However, people don't often realize the costs. And what I'm going to say is this: how I personally go about helping people who are not able to get the help that they need is I personally offer free public ceremonies that people can attend and come and interact with the spirits and have the spirits give them whatever help or advice that the spirits can give them at that time. I have charity misas and charity rituals which are open to the public and free for anyone who wants to come and receive help. However, it does require that you show up in person and that you make the sacrifice and that you make the effort to get the help that you need. I also host over a dozen websites on spiritual work, voodoo, spirituality, and they're filled with tons of free information for you to be able to help yourself. Those websites, hosting them is not free. It comes out of my pocket. So, and I don't know of any really other websites that are hosted or that much information is hosted for free for you to be able to help yourself. And I've been doing that for almost 15 years now. Next year, I'll make 15 years that I've hosted websites paying out of my own pocket that have tons. Ezilikonen.com is one of the major ones. Tons of free information, including free rituals and information that you can use to help yourself. So that's two. Many times, people who are really in a bad state or in a bad situation, they come to ceremonies and the spirits help them and help them to be able to get out of that financial bind so that they can go ahead and move forward and progress and then eventually get the proper spiritual help and have the finances to have the proper spiritual help that they need. So that's how I do my charity. I give free public ceremonies. I pay and host free public information, which many people have learned about voodoo, have connected with the spirits through that website, and I constantly get, that feedback from people. And at times, they ask me if do I ever make a deal with them that, we would work first for them, and then they can pay later after they get their paycheck. If the person was close enough to me, then I may do that, but the spirit doesn't really work that way. You have to give something. In our tradition, you have to sacrifice and you have to give something in order to get something. And that's the way the world works. As someone I know says, basically, even water isn't free. And I say, air wouldn't be free if it wasn't for the fact that they have yet to figure out a way to charge for it. And the last question is, can I help someone who doesn't have a lot of money? Yes, I can help someone who doesn't have a lot of money. But always the first step is to have a spiritual consultation, because ultimately it's up to the spirits, and without the consultation and communicating with the spirits and seeing what they say and what they need and whether or not they're willing to help, there's nothing we can do. And that's part of the initial first sacrifice or step that a person has to make in order to go ahead and get the help. Getting the consultation is one of the cheapest services that we offer. So that's that. And there was a last thing I wanted to make a commentary. Okay, that was it. Came back to me. So the last point I want to make is that there's a difference between helping someone who needs real help and giving charity where help is really needed, versus what people consider emergencies or need help for who can't afford it for what they want. Okay? If someone is coming to me, I do not do spells or magic for free. If you're coming to me with a love situation and saying that's an emergency and you need charity for that, I'm sorry, but that we don't do that. If you have a situation where you're actually broke, penniless, homeless, then you could come to a ceremony or you can help yourself with the information. If you're coming with a situation where you have no job and things are really bad, then you can come to a ceremony, then you could avail yourself of the free information, then you could get a consultation and we'd figure out a way to help you to get work. But charity is done based on real need, not on brujeria, witchcraft desires, like magical desires, which are not actually needs where charity is actually called for. Love magic, love work, none of that type of work is done on a charity basis. Spiritual removals, a lot of things cannot be done on a charity basis simply because things, material supplies, offerings, and things that have to go back to the spirits are not free. So I hope that this helps, and I'm going to put the links below in the description of this video for some of my other websites where you can get tons of free information to be able to help yourself. And I hope that this has helped you. So God bless, and we'll speak soon. Oh, and don't forget to click subscribe.